Hello there, good evening and a warm welcome to the news live on Rupavahini Channel I. I'm Sharon Mascrinias.
Good evening. I'm Niket Karunaratne. We'll start off with the headlines as usual.
Approval has been granted for the inoculation of the Pfizer vaccine to children between the ages of 12 and 15 years. The current parliamentary session ends and the new session commences on the 18th of next month. The Kolomtota Sarasavi Uyana housing scheme will be vested with the people on the 15th of this month. Mahela Jayawardena has been appointed as the cricket instructing coach.
On to those and other stories in detail. The approval of the Specialist Committee has been granted on the inoculation of the Pfizer vaccine as the first dose for school children between the ages of 12 and 15 years. Meanwhile, it has also been decided to administer the second dose on persons above the age of 16 years who have already received the first dose. State Minister Professor ChannelEye Rupavahini says the relevant vaccination programs will be commenced expeditiously. State Minister ChannelEye Rupavahini said that approval has been given for the provision of a dose of the Pfizer vaccine for children between the ages of 12 and 15 years. He added that accordingly they hope to inoculate first children of 15 years of age. Thereafter, vaccination program of children of the ages of 14, 13 and 12 will be carried out. The State Minister also said that they have so far given only the first dose of the vaccine to the persons between the ages of 16 and 19. The State Minister also said that those who have completed 3 months of receiving the first dose could get the second dose of the same vaccine. An approval has been given by the Vaccination Committee in this connection. The Minister also said that work relating to such a vaccination program is expected to be implemented from next week. He also said that some adult persons have experienced minor pain and sore throat conditions due to receiving the Pfizer booster, but the State Minister said that such a condition is normal. Inoculation of the booster dose under the COVID immunization program is being carried out successfully throughout the country. Provision of the booster doses got underway at the Diyatha Uyana premises in Colombo this morning. The booster dose is also being delivered at the Medical Officer of Health Officer in Piliyandala. Vaccination programs are being conducted at several locations in the Vaunia district as well. Meanwhile, specialist physician Dr. Chitramali De Silva says as a result of the higher percentage of vaccination of pregnant women, a somewhat reduction in COVID-related maternal deaths has been reported. So far, under the COVID immunization program, 31,054,377 doses of vaccines have been inoculated to the people of Sri Lanka. Out of this number, 15,956,437 doses have been delivered as the first dose. The number of persons who have received both doses is 13,789,917. The booster dose has also been administered to 1,308,022 people. 522 persons infected with the COVID-19 disease have been identified in the country today. The number of those continuously receiving treatment is 13,382. 382 persons were cured today. The total number of cured persons is 554,433. The Director General of Health Services has confirmed today 27 COVID-related deaths which have occurred yesterday.
In other stories, Director General of Health Services Dr. Hemant Herath urges the public to receive the booster vaccine despite the myths circulating among the society in order to avert another COVID-19 outbreak in the country. He made these remarks at a media briefing held today.
We have been told that people are reluctant to get the third dose, assuming or expecting a severe or unwanted side effect that was news circulating among the public based on such information. However, we would like to emphasize that we have already given over millions of doses of vaccines to almost to 70% of the population in Sri Lanka, and so far we have not observed any serious side effects or any side effect which needs immediate attention. Most of these side effects are the signs of the reaction within the body to boost the immunity as a result of getting this vaccination. Therefore, having fever, myalgia or body aches and pain or any other type of mild symptoms are indicative of that your body is working to prepare for the infection because of the stimulation made by the vaccine. So therefore, you should not take that as a side effects or unwanted effects of vaccination, and without any further delay, please get the vaccine so that you will be protected and your loved one also will be protected.
Meanwhile, President of the Sri Lanka College of Paediatricians, Professor Shaman Rajendrajit, says that the Ministry of Health has given approval to administer the Pfizer vaccine to school children about 12 years of age.
I'm pleased to say that last week we got the approval from the Advisory Committee on Communicable Diseases to vaccinate children of 12 to 15 years with a single dose of Pfizer biotech vaccine. In addition, we received the approval from the ACCD to vaccinate children and adolescents of 16 to 19 years of age with a second dose of Pfizer vaccine after 3 months of their first dose. I think this is a very important move to control coronavirus infection in the pediatric community. This will help us to sustain their education and keep their health very efficiently within the country. People are worried about the myocarditis associated with Pfizer BioNTech vaccine, but I always would like to remind the public as well as for the children, there are no deaths reported among pediatric community with regards to myocarditis in children after Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. Therefore, I urge people to move their children to their schools to get their vaccination, encourage them to get their vaccination so that their education can continue efficiently without getting disturbed.
An extraordinary Gazette notification regarding conclusion of parliamentary session has been issued according to the powers vested upon President under Clause 70 of the Constitution. Accordingly, the parliamentary session has been terminated with effect from midnight yesterday. The Gazette notification says the next parliamentary session is scheduled to commence at 10 a.m. on the 18th of next month. According to the 33rd clause of the Constitution, the President is accorded the opportunity to preside over the parliamentary session and present the government's policy statement at the instance of the inauguration of a new session and ending another session. All queries and proposals which the Parliament was not able to consider at the time of closing of the session will be annulled at the time of the opening of the new session. Any parliamentarian will have to act according to standing orders in order to bring out such issues. It has also been pointed out that all new committees will have to be reappointed other than the Parliamentary High Portfolio Committee and the special committees. Accordingly, as decided upon by the committee stage meeting on the 9th of this month, the parliamentary sittings will not resume until the 18th of next month.
Minister Professor G.L. Piris says that a decision has still not been taken by the government regarding obtaining a loan from the International Monetary Fund. He made these remarks at a media briefing of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna today. Minister Professor G.L. Piris said that a decision has not been taken to go to the IMF, although many propaganda are being carried out in this connection. The minister added that information relating to a special discussion regarding the issue with the participation of the Secretary to the Ministry of Finance and the Governor of the Central Bank is not true.
The case filed against former Defence Secretary Hemasiri Fernando on charges of criminal negligence in preventing a terrorist onslaught even after receiving adequate intelligence information on Easter Sunday attack was heard for the 7th day today before a 3-member panel of High Court judges. The bench comprises of judges Namal Balala Aditya Patabendige and Mohammad Irshadeen. Evidence was recorded from retired Brigadier Chula Ratnasiri Kodithuaku, who had functioned as the Director of Army Intelligence Division at the time of the Easter Sunday attack. He has given evidence under the direction of State Deputy Solicitor General Sudarshana De Silva. The witness said that he, on several occasions, had enlightened the former Defence Secretary regarding the extremist activities of the leader of the National Tawhid Jamaat organization, Zahran Hashim. He added that he had also informed IGP and the head of the State Intelligence Divisions as well as on Zahran Hashim and his extremist behavior. 9 documents have been presented in this connection. The former brigadier added that he had given a detailed report on the organization of Zahran and the threats imposed on the country through this organization. Answering a query raised by the State Deputy Solicitor General regarding Zahran Hashim's fleeing of the country, he said that they had received intelligence information pertaining to Zahran Hashim's illegal escape to India from Manna. A video on the YouTube channel he had been maintaining from India was also presented. This had established Zahran's stay in India. Retired Brigadier Koditwaku further said that they had later on come to know that Zahran had returned to Sri Lanka. In response to another query from the State Deputy Solicitor General, the witness said he had not received any intelligence information on the launching of the Easter Sunday attack in 2019. Justice Aditya Patabendige has inquired from the witness whether he had received the relevant letter received by then Head of State Intelligence Nilantha Jayawardena on the 4th of April 2019 on a possible terror attack. The witness had responded saying that he had not received such a letter. He added that he took part in an intelligence evaluation meeting on the 9th of April 2019. Director of the State Intelligence Division Nilantha Jayawardena had also attended the meeting. He further said that at this meeting, information alleged to have been received on the 4th of April was not discussed. Further hearings have been postponed till tomorrow after recording evidence from the former head of Army Intelligence.
A new housing project for low-income earners named the Kolomtota Sarasavi Uyana will be declared open by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa on the 15th of this month. The value of each house in the 528 housing unit is 7 million rupees. The Kolomtota Sarasavi Uyana multi-storey apartment complex is located in Kalingamavata, Polhengoda, Colombo 5. Several housing projects of this nature are being constructed throughout the country on the instructions of the Prime Minister. The Urban Development Authority was in charge of the construction of the Sarasavi Uyana project based on the Saubhagya Dakma policy statement of the President. 192 houses have been constructed in 2 of the buildings. One of these buildings has been reserved for the former residents in the Kalingamavata who have provided the land for construction. These families will be given the houses in the building according to a concessionary payment scheme. Accordingly, an initial sum of 1 million rupees will be charged and the remaining amount could be paid back in relief installments within 10 years. The UDA says an interest will not be levied in this connection. The remaining building with 192 housing units will be provided free of charge to the unauthorized settlers who had been vacated during the expansion of the Kalani Valley railway track. 144 houses of the fully completed 522 houses will be given as hostel accommodation for 800 students of the Colombo University. The total cost of construction of the project was 1,900 million rupees. Each of the housing units, with an extent of 450 square feet, is comprised of all relevant facilities, including 2 bedrooms. A common parking space for the residents is also included. The Colombo Municipal Council will engage in a waste disposal program in the premises.
A Christmas get-together event organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on behalf of the ambassadors and high commissioners in Sri Lanka was held at the Shangri-La Hotel in Colombo yesterday. The special invitees on this occasion were Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and wife of the Prime Minister, Madam Shiranthi Wickremesinghe Rajapaksa. The Prime Minister was engaged in cordial discussions with the envoys as well as with high-ranking officials in the diplomatic services and representatives of the non-governmental organizations on this occasion. Ministers Professor J.L. Pires, Nimal Siripala de Silva, Pavitra Devi, Wanyarachi, Ali Sabri and State Ministers Kanaka Herath and Tharaka Balasuriya have also attended the event. Parliamentarians Jayantha Wickremesinghe and Suren Raghavan, as well as Prime Minister's Secretary Gamini Senarath and other government officials were also present.
The Sri Lanka Podujana Postal Trade Union Alliance says that the trade union action planned to be conducted at 4 p.m. today was suspended due to receipt of solutions to the postal dispute at a meeting with the Secretary to the Ministry of Mass Media, Jagat P. Vijayveera, this morning. The alliance adds that therefore all trade unions will engage in duties as usual. Secretary to the Ministry of Mass Media was engaged in a discussion with the Postmaster General and Deputy Postmaster Generals regarding problems at the Postal Department today. It has also been reported that solutions have been provided to the problems. A communique was issued by the Sri Lanka Podujana Postal Trade Union Alliance says that accordingly they have decided to withdraw from trade union agitation. The alliance reiterates that they will never extend support to strikes being waged with the objective of fulfilling political objectives. Minister Namal Rajapaksa has presided over a ceremony to present certificates and scholarships to those who have completed training in the National Youth Brigade of 2021. The event has taken place at the BMICH in Colombo yesterday. The annual prize giving of the National Youth Brigade, which was conducted continuously since the year 2010, was named this year as Victory Years. Minister Namal Rajapaksa has vested the people the website of the brigade www.youthcorps.lk. Thereafter, presentation of certificates to the youth who have successfully completed the higher certificate course on information technology and English language has taken place. Evaluation of the services of male and female instructors of the brigade and presentation of scholarships to the recipients of the certificates also took place. Minister Namal Rajapaksa said that they are striving to create entrepreneurs who are able to win the world through the same education system which had produced doctors, lawyers, engineers, as well as peons and clerks. He also said that they are firmly convinced that this system should be upgraded according to the needs of the times. The minister has also reminded that if the youth of today await only to secure jobs through government mechanisms, they would get old in their residences. They will not be able to become constructive persons building the nation. The minister has admitted that the government sector should also generate employment opportunities. It is the responsibility of the education and other ministries to create a generation suitable for new jobs. If the youth of today, equipped with a certificate of some sort and waited for a government job, they will not turn into useful citizens of the country. Politicians do not comment on this issue. The reason being that they need youth for election canvassing, pasting of posters and going in processions at the time of elections. Therefore, these politicians promise the youth to find a job if they took part in these activities. The Sri Lankan society has been transformed into a dependent society. Commenting on bureaucracy at present, he added that the country must embark upon a paperless government service and a cashless economy. The country must also move towards digital currency. Minister Rajapaksa has also requested the youth to become citizens who contribute in some form to uplift the economy of the nation.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports has decided to introduce a program to enhance economic and employment conditions of the Sri Lankan community by becoming a bridge between entrepreneurs and the youth. Accordingly, the programs being conducted by the Department of Manpower and Employment are named as Life Talk. It has been disclosed at today's media briefing that any person could join the program via the internet after 6 p.m. every day. The Secretary to the Ministry of Youth and Employment, Anuradha Wijekoon, said that they believe that it is their responsibility to impart information to the education system, vocational education system and to other training institutions regarding the human resources required by the future world. He added that they want to become more than an institution providing jobs by directing the attention to other job-supplying organizations and to extend cooperation. The biggest responsibility is to coordinate activities between such institutions. Director General of the Department of Manpower and Employment, Anusha Gokula Fernando, said that every relevant groups are being enlightened through the Life Talk program on deployment of professionals in service to become entrepreneurs and also commencing minor enterprises. The Life Talk program is being conducted between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. every day. Further information in this regard could be obtained through YouTube channel titled Inspired Career and also through website www.dome.gov.lk. The series of program will be conducted from the 1st of January 2022 to the 31st of December 2022 as well. The month of December is regarded as a month of investigation and correcting of shortcomings. The work on Kanugahawewa and Halmilla drinking water schemes in Kabadigollava have commenced yesterday. Ministers Vasudeva Nanayakkara and S.M. Chandrasekaran have presided over the events. The projects are being constructed according to a request made by the villagers from the president at the Gamasamaga Pilisandara program held in Kanugahawewa. The cost of the construction is 267 million rupees. Laying of the water pipes and construction of water purification plant have commenced yesterday. Around 700 families will be benefited with drinking water facilities. A special program is being implemented to develop livelihood of people in the Maveli zone in Moroga Kanda. State Minister Siripala Gamlath has presided over the ceremony to distribute funds amounting to 3.8 million rupees at the auditorium of the Maveli Authority in Bakamona recently. On this occasion, distribution of equipment to students in 25 schools in Bakamona, Lagala, Maoya and Thorapitia, as well as self-employment kits to the needy persons have also taken place. A group including officials of the Maveli Authority were present on the occasion. A bridge linking Udugala and Hanumkanda villages in Kalavana air across the Paragala River was vested with the people recently. Ministers Vasudeva Nanakara and State Minister Janak Vakkumbara have been instrumental in the construction of the bridge at a cost of 55 million rupees. Around 1,000 families are being benefited by this project. Work on the Udugala water supply scheme has also commenced. This project to be constructed at a cost of 150 million rupees. Services at the Kegol district, an art concert titled Aburvam through sponsorship of the Office of the Indian High Commissioner was held at the auditorium of Bishop's College, Colombo recently. The guest of honour on this occasion was Minister Chamal Rajapaksa. Indian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka, Gopal Bagley, was also present. The concert has been produced and directed by Dr. Arundhati Sri Ranganathan. Speaker Mahindaya Pabewardena, State Minister P.L. Nishanta and a group of others have graced the occasion.
That's all the news for today. Join us again at the same time tomorrow. Good night.